You want a water? Sure. Hey, Tim. I'm good. Mary, nice to see you. How are you? I think you're with me. How you doing? Good to be back. Honest to God.
Is this still Paulsboro over here, see? There's a West Deptford.
You good to go? I think given the temperature and the time of the year, we should probably jump right in. Good morning, everybody. It may be cold and raw here on the Delaware River, and for that reason, I think we'll all be brief, but let there be no mistake that things are going to be soon heating up right here at the Paulsboro Marine Terminal. I'm honored to be joined by a cavalcade of stars and leaders, beginning with the Senate President Steve Swinney, Assemblyman and Paulsboro native John Berzicelli, Assemblyman Adam Talfera is also with us. Adam, great to have you. Congressman Donald Norcross, bless you and thank you for everything. Orsted Project Development Director Mark Reimer, EEW American Offshore Structures CEO Lee Laurendo, IBEW Local 351 Business Manager and President of the South Jersey Trades Council Danny Kostner, members of Council President. I know we've got the Holt family represented here in a big way. The CEO of the Economic Development Authority, Tim Sullivan, is with us. The President of the Board of Public Utilities, Joe Fiordaliso, is with us, and many others. Welcome, especially to our brothers and sisters in labor. A quick side point on COVID. Unfortunately, it stays with us. Today is not a good day. 4,686 positives. The first triple-digit day of fatalities that we're confirming since June 3rd, 104 losses of life, 3,735 folks in our hospitals. The positivity rate stays above 10%. The rate of transmission happily stays under 1. In Gloucester County, it has to be said that of those positives today, 216 are here, 12,800 since the beginning. 2 of the fatalities are in this county, 341 since this awful thing began. So keep all of them in your prayers. So together we're all here and proud to unveil what will be a total $250 million investment in the Paulsboro Marine Terminal led by Orsted and EEW. This spot upon which we are standing will soon be the site of a state-of-the-art factory which will turn out steel components not just for the offshore wind farms to come off of our own coast, but for the offshore wind industry nationwide. What we are inaugurating here is an investment in offshore industry manufacturing that will benefit the entire nation while ultimately creating more than 500 good-paying and, Danny, overwhelmingly union jobs right here in Paulsboro. Simply put, this is the largest investment in offshore wind manufacturing in the United States to date. And when partnered with the New Jersey wind port taking shape a number of miles down the road and the 1,500 jobs that are being created there, the impact of the offshore industry on our state will be huge, and it's got global significance. Lee knows that I was on with his colleague Christoph Schorge from Germany on Saturday, just to give one example to the global reach of what we're doing. Any facility of this type and investment of this size always brings with it logistical and other hurdles that require careful planning and vision, and not only in anticipating problems, but finding ways over and around them well in advance. And that's what EEW and Orsted have been doing alongside the team. Again, I want to give the Holt family and the team from Holt Logistics a shout out. Also alongside the Commissioner of the Department of Transportation, Diane Gutierrez-Scacchetti. I mentioned President Joe Fiordaliso and CEO Tim Sullivan. I also want to give the South Jersey Port Corporation and the Gloucester County Improvement Authority shouts out for their partnership. This is the essence of what strong public-private partnerships can do for our state's economy. This project is shovel ready and we're ready for it. There are 2 other brief points I want to raise this morning. First, There is a not so subtle irony that where we are standing is the remediated site of a former BP facility. For years, our economy was fed a steady diet of polluting fossil fuels, refined and stored right here. But it is now from this point where New Jersey and the nation's transformation from an economy reliant only upon fossil fuels to one that runs on clean, renewable energy begins. And second, as I mentioned a minute ago, we are still in the midst of a global pandemic that has directly impacted our economy and the jobs of countless residents. We know that rebuilding our economy for the post-COVID world means building back smarter and more resilient than ever before, with the jobs to match, especially union jobs. This facility will help us get there. And as a final note, I want to say something I think I can say with confidence, Steve, on your behalf and mine. I want to address Assemblyman Berzicelli. John, I know the revitalization of this port has long been a priority for you, whether as an assemblyman, a chairman, a mayor, a lifelong Paulsboro resident. You never gave up on the promise of this facility to create good jobs and anchor the regional economy. So today, this vision that you have pursued is one step closer to becoming a reality. God bless you, buddy. Steve and I and everyone here congratulate you and thank you for never giving up on a stronger and fairer future for Paulsboro. So when I took office, I pledged to make New Jersey a leader in offshore wind industry. We knew New Jersey was perfectly positioned to lead, not just in energy generation, but in component manufacturing. We have taken many pioneering steps together, I might add, and we have also built on the steps that Steve and others in the legislature first took a decade ago, but which languished and gathered dust under the prior administration. Today we're moving forward, and we're making up in a big way through big steps for lost time. And soon, the promise of offshore wind as a means of energy transformation and economic growth will be realized not just off the Jersey shore, but right here at the Paulsboro Marine Terminal. And I thank everyone who played a role in getting us to today. With that, it is my honor to introduce a great partner, a great leader, the President of the State Senate, Steve Swinney.
This is it's hard to believe we're finally here. About 20 years ago, John and I said, what are we going to do with this site? You know, Governor, doesn't look anything like it does now than when it did back then. And we said, I don't know, we got water and we got land. What do you think about a port, right? Ingenious. We figured it out. But saying you want to build a port and actually building a port are two different things. And this is our third governor on this project. And thank God you came along, Governor, so you could make that vision that we had. You know, after we talked about a port, about a decade ago, we said, how about offshore wind? It's an emerging industry, and we want to be the hub. We want to be the manufacturing hub. Look, it's great to have the turbines out to sea, but it's even better to have the manufacturing jobs here in the state of New Jersey. And we looked at the map, and we said, right in the middle, where everything's going to go. And with offshore, transportation costs, the middle is where you want to be. So we spent, like I said, it's been a decade. It's an unbelievable journey, and we really languished. We signed the offshore wind bill at this port before anything started in 2010, and it wasn't until you came, Governor, that we actually finally started getting movement on this. So for me, this is a dream come true, to have the first major manufacturing of offshore wind here in Paulsboro, New Jersey. You know, a lot of people said it wasn't going to happen. We had a lot of friends say we're not seeing anything. Something as big as this sometimes takes some time. There were tough negotiations all through the process, but we got here. And the fact that this is the first stage of what I hope is going to be even more when we get down to Salem, have manufacturing in this New Jersey is going to be the hub for offshore wind manufacturing. Every state in the country on the East Coast has been chasing it. And guess what? We're getting it. Governor, without you, it would have never happened. I can't thank you enough. My congressman, my colleague in the Senate at the time, who was just as passionate about getting here, and Adam, who joined the team and made us all a little bit better. So I'm just so goddamn excited, Governor, to be honest with you, that this is here. I wish everyone a healthy, happy, safe holiday, but we did something special. We did it together. Thank you.
Great job, Steve. So well done. That was so well said.
I got a presentation for you.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry. This was improv.
Oh, this is it. Okay, this is.
Troopers don't shoot us. Trains go up.
Oh, I love this. Oh, baby.
Trains
Come
go
on,
up.
Adam. Donald. Come on in. How good does that look, huh? Let's go, everybody.
That's for the 4-year-olds at home. So I got to take the
I
Picasso
do-
down. Got to take the Picasso down.
I thought this was going to go above my bed. Thank you, man. Thanks, guys. Yeah, well, you can't see a smile, unfortunately. All right, you good? Thank you for that. That's pretty special.
That's a beautiful landscape.
That's pretty special. Steve, thank you for your leadership for many years on this, and thank you for your gracious words. We mentioned him a few minutes ago. He's Paulsboro's own. Was the mayor. He's the chairman. He's the assemblyman. He's a fierce advocate for this project, for offshore wind, generally, for economic development generally. Please help us welcome John Berzicelli.
Thank you. Governor, thank you. Your comments directed to me were overly generous, I might add, because this was not a single vision. Steve touched on it. And just let me, not to be repetitive about things, but a lot of stories associated with this progress can't be told today because they happened in a way, it was a tug of war among strong personalities. This stuff is not easy. Think about the partners associated with what will happen here next. It spans an ocean. And I can tell you, being in meetings with the Senate President and the Governor, it took real focus on a part of what New Jersey was looking for and what it expected as part of its bargain to draw the attention of this world community to get here. And I say sincerely to both the Governor and the Senate President, without that combination in this home stretch, this doesn't happen. It simply doesn't happen. But it's happening. And the future is very bright. And New Jersey's position is well earned. And to the people of New Jersey who have made the investment in this facility, as we've said often from this site, this place is going to pay dividends for decades. It's what it's designed to do. It's designed to put people to work. It's designed to feed families. And in the case of the wind industry, it's going to make a significant difference in how this environment works. I'll close on this note. Though the wind is going to be here with this manufacturing facility, it's not the only component here. Other things will be happening here. There will be spin-off from here. There's acreage available that the whole family will utilize to bring other commerce here. So to this Governor, to the Senate President, and to our Congressman and friend who looks out for us in the nation's capital, which is a hectic place. It takes everyone to get this done. So to everyone associated with this, thank you. Congratulations. This is a major step, and there's more work to do. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, John. Well said, man. Thank you. John, I know Steve and I appreciate the good words, but we're not here today without you either. Let there be no doubt about it. So there are many parties involved, and several are up here with us. Again, I want to acknowledge the Holtz and the family for their help and efforts. Representing Ørsted, the project development director, actually, for this, please help me welcome Mark Reimer. Mark, good to have you, man. Say hi to the boss when you see him next, all right?
I will.
All right.
Thank you all for attending. Before I deliver my remarks, I'd like to share a message on behalf of David Hardy, CEO of Ørsted Offshore North America, who was not able to be here today. Today's event is another big milestone on the long road to delivering Ocean Wind, New Jersey's first offshore wind project. As the U.S. offshore wind industry further matures, New Jersey has continuously shown that it will be a leader. The state has one of the highest offshore wind goals, but also understands that this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to help create a new American industry for workers and local businesses. Offshore wind will help New Jersey's economy recover and will position the state well as the industry grows across the Northeast. I'd like to thank Governor Murphy, his staff, Senate President Swinney, Assemblyman Berzicelli, NJ, EDA, and the BPU for their diligent work, patience, and vision in this effort. I'd also like to thank EEW, South Jersey Port Corporation leadership and staff, Holt Logistics, Gloucester County Improvement Authority, and today's other speakers, including Representative Norcross and Dan Cosner, for their help bringing this partnership together and helping us arrive at this important milestone. Ocean Wind will be a project that all New Jersey residents can be proud of, and we look forward to delivering for the state. Speaking as a New Jersey resident, I'm proud to say what a great day for New Jersey. I feel lucky to have the opportunity to work on a project that will not only help our state counter the effects of climate change, but will also establish New Jersey as a leader in a new industry that will create jobs and boost our state's economy as part of the post-COVID-19 recovery. This facility is a symbol of what the future American offshore industry will look like. This is just the start of the state's transformation into becoming the epicenter of America's growing offshore wind industry. On behalf of Ørsted, I want to thank everyone for being here today to celebrate this exciting milestone and on our journey to deliver clean energy to 500,000 New Jersey homes. Thank you.
Mark, good job, man.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Yes, you as well.
Well done, Mark. I also want to give a shout out to Jane Cohen and Evan Weiss in our office who did extraordinary work getting us to today. So guys, thank you. As I said, it takes a village. There's a lot of parties involved here. Representing EEW and American Offshore Structures, please help me welcome their CEO, Lee Laurendo. Lee?
Thank you, Governor, and good afternoon, everybody. We're very happy to be here today. We'll see if I can do this without this blowing away. My name again is Lee Laurendo. I'm the CEO of EEW American Offshore Structures, which is a New Jersey-based company. And today we're proud to say that our manufacturing operations come January will be based right here at the Port of Paulsboro. On behalf of EEW's CEO in Germany, Christoph Schorge, and the executive team, we would like to express our sincere gratitude to you, Governor Murphy, who kept this project as a priority and has brought us to this milestone. So thank you, Governor. And I know the Governor was talking with my boss in Germany over the weekend, so we appreciate that. EEW wishes to thank State Senate President Swinney and Assemblyman Berzicelli for their 10-year vision and unwavering commitment to develop this port for offshore wind manufacturing. And thank you to Congressman Norcross and Dan Cosner. We appreciate the support and ongoing partnership as we begin to build this factory with union labor over the coming years. I'd like to recognize my new landlords, Andy Saporito from South Jersey Port Corp and Tom Holt from Holt Logistics, and we appreciate your continued collaboration to realize the factory. Last but not least, we'd like to thank our customer, Ørsted, whose commitment and partnership and support had made this factory possible. Ørsted has clearly put a stake in the ground for locating offshore wind supply chain right here in South Jersey. EEW has supplied nearly 1,000 monopile foundations for Ørsted in Europe, and soon we will supply our first American manufactured monopiles to be installed off the shores of Atlantic City. This factory will be able to produce the world's largest monopiles, and to give you some dimensions, the monopiles will be up to 40 feet in diameter, 400 feet long, and be made with 5-inch thick steel plate. Each monopile can weigh up to 5 million pounds. And to put that into perspective, that's 13 747s. They will roll right off this dock in a few years. For me personally, I foresee spending the balance of my career working right here at the Port of Paulsboro, and we will have the challenge to develop a skilled workforce with the goal of seeing hundreds of manufacturing workers reporting to the factory every day. These will be good paying permanent jobs in this new industry that New Jersey has secured. And again, the impact inside this fence is just the tip of the iceberg, as EW will leverage local companies for goods and services that it will procure. Our goal is to be a catalyst for change in Paulsboro and the surrounding communities, and for me, this is what we're celebrating here today. So thank you again, everybody, and safe and happy holidays.
Well done, man. Lucky those papers weren't flying, right? Lee, thank you, and please give Christoph again, with whom I spoke on Saturday, our best wishes and thanks. Continuing on the theme of it takes a village, as good as we might be in government in New Jersey, we need the private sector players, and God knows we need the federal government. And there is no better advocate on behalf of our economic reality, our reality overall, and especially as a brother of labor on behalf of the jobs that go to our brothers and sisters in organized labor. Please help me welcome another terrific leader and great friend, Congressman Donald Norcross.
Thank you. Good afternoon. As I was driving down Crown Point Road, it's been a while since we, during this pandemic, been out. But I remember back to our apprenticeship. Steve was an iron worker, I was an electrician, along with Danny. The amount of work that this port, this area produced, and how much it's changed. And that's what's really special about today. The liquid highway that I call the Delaware River is that vehicle that makes this possible. But it wouldn't happen without a governor who understands the changing face of our country and of our planet, that renewables, clean energy, carbon-free is extremely important. But two people, you've heard from them already. My friend Steve Swinney and Assemblyman Bert Shelley, who understood that we had a gem in the rough here. Needed a little bit of cleaning. No, a lot of cleaning. But we understood location is extremely important. And they never lost faith in what they wanted to do on behalf of their constituents and this country and the state. So thank you for having me here, but let's give them and the mayor and certainly the governor a round of applause. And I just want to take a moment, literally traveled back last night after we passed the second largest bill in American history to help put people back to work in this time of a pandemic. And within that are the wind recs, those tax abatements for those who are building renewables. So that should help in what we're doing here. And it's where the values that we understand we come from are going to be put out that. I see so many of my friends, certainly the Holt family. You can't talk about the Delaware River without talking about the Holts. They've been here for decades, and they understand how valuable it is. And to the South Jersey Port Corp, who I've been down their facilities several times since this pandemic, and those essential workers, those port workers who are bringing in the food that does so well in this country. We need to thank all those essential workers. Let me be brief here. As I look out here and I saw the picture of the landscape, that's exciting to me because that's why we're here today. It's about the dignity of a job. In these times of pandemic, when so many people have lost so much, the idea that the future for hundreds of people here in South Jersey will be right here, the dignity of a job. They can take care of their family. They can put food on the table and can retire with dignity. And the other reason why we're here is about a changing environment. These renewables, this clean energy is where we need to go. And we're glad to see that they're both coming right here in Paulsboro. A job and a clean energy future. And to all those who've been involved, thank you very much, because you're right, Gov. It takes all of us together to do this great work. God bless.
Well done. Well done. God bless you. Thank you, Congressman. So well said. Amen. Last but certainly not least, a dear friend. In fact, Dan, our kids voted your local's hat as our favorite hat or T-shirt that we've gotten since we were running or since I've been governor. So bless you. Both wearing your IBEW Local 351 hat, but also representing the South Jersey building trades. Another terrific leader and a very dear friend, Dan Costner. Dan? Well done, man.
Thank you, Governor. It's an honor to be here and to get to speak on behalf of the many building men and women that I represent in South Jersey. And like you've heard from a lot of the speakers before me, it does take a team effort. And, you know, I want to thank the Governor especially and Senate President Steve Swinney for their leadership and commitment to the building trades, not just here, but just throughout all they do every day, each and every day. They've committed to the building trades, men and women, and they keep doing everything they can to keep us going and keep us working. I also thank Congressman Norcross for everything he does for us in Washington, along with Assemblyman Talafeo and John Berticelli. You know, this is an awesome project. We, you know, especially in times like this, you know, we've seen a lot. The building trades have seen a lot of projects with COVID and all just stop. Some of the buildings and the schoolwork and different things have really, you know, have slowed up. And projects like this, with not only is it providing clean energy and good things for the economy and all, but it's keeping men and women of the building trades working throughout times like this. And, you know, not only men and women of the building trades to build the facility, but it's also going to have a lot of good jobs for other folks in the area to keep them working and providing for their families. So, you know, the one thing I say about us, and we always say, you know, I'm fortunate enough to work with Congressman Norcross when he was working in the IBEW office, and at the time, Senate President Swinney as well. You know, we've always had the team effort, and we have our battles, but we always work together. And I think that's not only happens in South Jersey, but with the governor's leadership and Senate President's leadership, we work together as a team in New Jersey, and that's what it's about. Despite everything that's going on, we're working very good. It's projects like this that keeps things going, and I just want to thank everybody, Orsted, the whole family, everybody working together to keep things going in times like this. So thank you, Governor. Thank you, Senate President. John, thanks for everything you do, looking out for us each and every day.
Bless you, buddy. Merry Christmas, pal. All right? Great to see you. So well said, Dan. It's not as though we're not going to stop working for the rest of the week. We'll sprint through the tape to Christmas, but Steve and I were saying this before we got up here. This has been a heck of a week, and this is yet another data point on that. So to Steve, John, Adam, Mark, Lee, Don, Donald, Dan, to Tim and Joe, to the Holt family, Holt team, South Jersey Port, members of council, representatives here from Paulsboro in the county. Big day. Bless you all. Thank you all. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.